Hey folks, I'm Joe.
And I'm Ellie, and we're here to tell you everything you ever wanted to know about making a leap from employee to entrepreneur. Whether that means a solo gig as a freelancer or a consultant, or starting your own company with employees. We're going to walk you through every single thing you need to do and consider in order to succeed and to grow.
Ellie and I have been self-employed for the majority of our careers, both independently and with our own businesses, and as many of you know, together as partners. We have always done and continue to do both, and the wonderful thing about that kind of longevity, right? If you do anything long enough, you learn an awful lot about what works and what doesn't. So we designed this course to be full-blown, all-out, comprehensive, no stone unturned. We're going to share every single thing that we know about building and maintaining a successful career, especially through the challenges and struggles and low times, which we've had more than our share of, right?
Absolutely. And there were any number of ways that we tried to fix it, and it didn't really work. Taking on more work than we could have handled, agreeing to unreasonable demands from clients on cost and project scope, and a scattered approach to learning, marketing, and promotion. Now, early on, we planted lots of seeds with no clear strategy or focus. And no matter how hard we worked or how little we slept, nothing changed, right? We were trading hours for dollars and we weren't getting nearly enough dollars.
For sure.
We constantly wondered what the heck our competitors are doing differently. And what we learned is this: what separates those who are crushing it from everybody else is a focused strategy towards implementing ideas. Successful entrepreneurs have a clear plan of action, a strategy for everything they do inside and outside of their business. The work of creating product and services, driving traffic, getting in front of new leads, turning prospects into clients, all of them have to work hand in hand with a strategy in order for a business to achieve any measure of true sustainable momentum. But the mistake most people make, which is the same one that we made, right, is jumping right into the tactical stuff, creating and selling services as the first step in their business journey. This only guarantees that they're doing the wrong things for the wrong reasons. Listen, no list of tactical activities is worth doing unless they're born from a clear, thorough strategy that's already in place. That strategy is exactly what we're going to give you here.
Exactly right. And the thing about starting and running your own business is that, to my eye at least, the majority of the advice out there in books, courses, videos, focuses on a one-size-fits-all approach that in a lot of ways is irrelevant to a career in UX or design. And as Ellie said, the focus tends to be on the tactical stuff instead of the strategic stuff. Not to mention the fact that way too much of this stuff is written in dense business speak that requires a ton of effort to decipher, much less implement any of it. So if you're feeling unequipped to make this leap, we want you to understand that there's a reason for that and it's not your fault, okay? And this is a big part of it, the way these things are done. The other reason so many designers and UXers don't know where to start in terms of working for themselves is because art, design, and UX programs do very little to impart a healthy respect for business and business people. Most programs actually almost seem to go out of their way to teach and encourage an us versus them mentality.
Right.
Suspicion, mistrust of executives, right? Painting them as barbarians who only care about the bottom line. And far too many articles, videos, social media commentary created by UXers and designers, unfortunately, perpetuates that myth, okay? One of combat instead of collaboration. Here's what we need you to get clear on right now before we start. If you want to be successful in business, you had better abandon that mentality permanently, immediately.
Listen, there's no reason that you can't have deep, meaningful relationships with your clients. And in fact, that's a requirement if you're going to be successful. And that starts with letting go of your fear around making money and putting all your energy on making sure that you show up every single day to just provide value to your clients, showing up every day to serve those people. Because if you can truly, authentically do that, the money part and the selling your stuff part just happens all by itself, right? Both my coaching practice and Joe's consulting practice are built on this idea. The framework I teach to entrepreneurs is based on this concept because it's what built a multiple six-figure a month income, and it's what continues to bring in people as loyal members of our tribes. When you focus on how well you're serving your clients and make sure that you do so to the best of your ability, the rest comes by itself.
Absolutely. Truer words were absolutely never spoken. I'd like to wrap this up by echoing something that Ellie and I both believe. It doesn't matter whether or not you went to the right school. It doesn't matter whether you know all the right people. It doesn't matter whether you have all the answers. It doesn't matter how much experience you do or don't have. It doesn't matter how many projects you have in your portfolio. It doesn't matter what methods or processes you do or don't use. It doesn't matter where you learned, from a university or boot camp or from Udemy. And it absolutely does not matter if anyone else believes you can do it. There are only two things that we believe count, okay? Count them, two things. There are only two things that matter. Number one, whether or not you believe you can do it. And number two, how hard and how long you are willing to fight for that belief, right? We know this. How many times you are willing to get back up after being taken to the floor for the 100,000th time. Everything else is periphery, I promise you. Look, no part of working for yourself is easy in any way. Let's be honest. It's not ever going to be, and you shouldn't expect it to be. But, as I've said many times before, the only thing that's ever going to stop you is you. Ellie and I are living proof of that. We're going to give you everything we know about starting, building, and running a successful business. Let's get started.